Hey, Derek here at Castaway Studios. I haven't done a tech one in a while, so here it is. It seems simple, but over here you'll see a monitor. That is a vertical ultra-wide monitor. That's what I wanted in here, and because when I put it upright, it looks like a sort of a custom LCD screen display, not necessarily a TV just plopped up between people getting up in their heads. So why? I've told you. I like the look. It's in between. I can have it there or not have it there. It's not going to leave a huge gap. There's a plant behind it. Not a big deal, right? So that's what I wanted. Now, I've got two ways of displaying things on that screen. The first way I achieved quite a few months back, and that was using NDI and what's known as a Bird Dog Play, which is a small device that runs, you run the Ethernet into and a USB power, and it decodes NDI and puts it straight into the HDMI input of the monitor, TV, whatever you've got, which is brilliant if you've got an NDI source, which I do have. I use vMix in here every day. So I was able to set up an output and have that sent into the NDI system, and in that output I'd have it stretched and get it sorted, and it could be a YouTube thing. I think I had a video of just a YouTube of a lava lamp or something like that. As a joke, I would play the 1966 grand final between St Kilda and Collingwood. I think St Kilda won. Yes, they did, didn't they? I play that when there was Collingwood podcasters in here. So anyway, that's all very well, but it was a little bit complicated for someone who just wants to come in, use the studio, sit here, do a podcast for 2 hours. I don't want to spend 2 hours preparing what's on that screen. I just want to put their slide up. So getting it ready yesterday was a bit convoluted, but here's what I did. I hit the old YouTube and went, how do I just I went in this thinking that I'd be able to just plug a USB into the back of the monitor and my problems are over. Not the case. It's not a TV. It doesn't work like that. So nearly all the results I got when doing a search was telling me about Chromecast, Google Chromecast. And here's the principle behind it. Chromecast is like a smart TV thing that plugs into your monitor. It's similar to the Bird Dog Play. You stick it into the back of the monitor, and it's on the Wi-Fi network, so you can control it from an app on your phone if they're both on the same Wi-Fi network. But as long as it's got internet, it's on the system. It's like operates as a smart TV, so you can have your Netflix, your Stan, your Play, all the business, right? But there's one feature that people have discovered, and that is it's like a standby or a screensaver, and they call it ambient mode. So when you can set it so that ambient mode plays a slideshow of photos from a Google Photos folder that you've chosen. So the plan is to make a folder for a client, drop their photo in it, and then have my ambient mode, just like what you see here. That's a photo of my logo, and it will just be up there. But have a look at that photo for a couple of minutes, and you will see that it's changing. That's because I discovered that it wouldn't play the slideshow, for me anyway, without more than one photo in the thing. And if I tried to put more than one photo, see, it's just slightly changing the background. So what that is there's 3 photos almost the same, which is a good effect anyway, but there's a slight difference in them because Google just didn't like when they were exactly the same. It just went, we've got that photo, mate. Get out of here. So that was an easy resolve, and that's what I've done here. The biggest challenge, I think, well, it's not that big, but the biggest thing that was going to make it more time-consuming and less simple for short-term clients is preparing the image. That is a weird ultra-wide monitor shape, right? If you just send a photo to that, it's going to be sideways and it's going to be stretched sideways. Like a 1080p image is going to become whatever that is. Who knows what that is? It's like some weird ass ratio, right? So problem number one, all it is a monitor sideways. So, the image, all you got to do, what I did was get into Photoshop, and with the idea of templating, I made an image that was that many pixels. Then I duplicated that layer, made it a colored layer. And then I made another layer, which was just a colored block that was 1080p on top of there, duplicated that. So what I can do is put the 1080p on top, so I can always see, no matter what that looks like, right? So what I do is then I put the photo the way I want it, sideways, right? So I make the photo vertical I get the final result that I'm looking for, and then I select those layers. I'll be showing you this. I select those layers, and then I shrink them down until they hit till they're the size of a 1080p. So it's going to look weird, and it's going to look all squashed down, right? Then I flip it sideways. So there it is. So it's sideways and squashed. Then I crop it to 1080p and export that as a PNG. Then I'll in this case, made a slight change to the background and export it again. It's another slight change, export it again. So there's 3 photos. I've yet to find out whether I can just do 2 or whether I can do a whole bunch. But I think you could really work it and make it into a feature where there's a little bit of movement, helping people with their attention span. So anyway, put it in the Google Photos folder that was specifically for that, got on the app and selected in ambient mode and selected that folder. Bob's your uncle. There was another thing I had to do, just a tip, is get into the settings kind of on the Chromecast, on the monitor using the remote, get into the settings, and there is a standby mode where it'll turn the TV off after 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, or never. So I turned it on to never, because I already did a version of this video where the thing went off in the middle of my demo, which was pretty bad. Then I did another version where the phone rang, but it was a client, so it's okay. So here it is. Here's the final version. So that's what I did. And hopefully I've shown you pictures. I've got round to showing you pictures of what that looks like on the monitor as I'm doing it. So I think it's about a 10-minute process, as far as I can tell, from the client giving you their logo, opening up that template that I've created in Photoshop, fiddling around with it, bang, bang, bang them out, drop it straight into the Google Pics folder that I've created, and it should be just fine. There it is. Sounds complicated? Probably is, but it's all about shortening the time and making it accessible. Thanks for watching. See ya.